so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. Well, what was going on in Genesis 6? Why did God have to flood the world? Because the world had been so defiled through the fallen angels, through the procreation of these things, these beings called Nephilim, that God had to basically destroy the whole world, because Satan was attempting to destroy the seed that would eventually bruise his head. And he was doing that by defiling mankind through these fallen angels that had fallen. This movie that ABC Family promotes, and I think they're going to come out with another edition of it this year. It's like a little, I think it's just like a 2-hour movie. It promotes this Nephilim as being the savior of all the fallen angels, and really, I believe, the savior of mankind. They also promote a show called Kyle XY, which is about this cloned boy, teenager, that comes back. He has all these special powers, and he ultimately he's in fact, they just started a new season through ABC Family. It's their second season now, and this cloned boy comes back, and he's basically the savior of all humanity. Okay, so that's Kyle XY. They are promoting all these wicked shows. So we've got ABC Family promoting all these wicked things out there. And Kyle XY, you've got The Fallen. They're one of the... In fact, the trailer that I clicked into to watch this Harry Potter trailer, I believe it's something having to do with the Order of a Phoenix or whatever, this new movie that's coming out. I believe it's already been released at this point. The trailer was right up on ABC Family. Now, coincidentally enough, one of the main, do you know ABC Family has Smiley Joel Osteen on there all the time? They also promote the 700 Club. Pat Robertson, he's up there all the time. ABC Family promotes a lot of what they call mainstream religion. Now, knowing that their agenda was so evil, and promoting witchcraft and promoting cloned human beings being okay, and promoting Harry Potter, yet at the same time they've got the 700 Club. That must be in line with their philosophy, this feel-good bro-cream religion, this religion of the Antichrist that's coming. So that's just a warning. So, I mean, if ever I see somebody like ABC Family, whoever they would be promoting, I know that there's got to be major, major, major problems up on that network if they're promoting any kind of religious broadcast, which they are, which is pretty ironic if you really think about it. The word Hollywood, when you look at Harry Potter, and when I was watching this trailer, the one thing that I kept seeing was they always had these magic wands. And they would use these magic wands in order to do witchcraft, and in order to cast their spells, and they would fight each other, and they would throw these, I don't know what they were, but balls of energy or something at other people. And what the common theme was, this is how they did battle, okay, through these wands. The word Hollywood is no accident, because a witch's magic wand ideally is made with the wood of the holly tree. Okay? Hollywood is the wood that is used to make a witch's magic wand. Hollywood, ironically, and it's by no accident, is also the tool that Satan has used to put the spell and cast the spell on today's youth and on today's people through the media, through movies like Harry Potter, through the TV shows and things of this nature. So that's by no accident that this has all happened this way. Okay, so we go a little bit further, and it says, when are we going to wake up to what the mass media is feeding our kids? Abraham Lincoln said the philosophy of the schoolroom is one generation. This is a really good quote. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of the government in the next. Now again, this is why Satan wants to do this. This is why Hitler made that quote about, give me one generation of your youth, and I'll control everything. If Satan has one generation where the kids are totally given over to witchcraft and totally given over to evil, that is what these same people are going to grow up. And they're going to start to hold high positions in government and things of this nature. So this is why this is said. And then it says the Bible was in America's schoolroom for over 200 years, and it was not removed until 1962. Now witchcraft is being promoted in our classrooms. And this is when America really started to make a downfall. You know, when they removed the Bible from the classroom, prayer, Roe versus Wade got enacted. They started aborting babies, made it legal. This was when America, and this is the same time when, you know, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll all came on the scene during the 60s. Let your inhibitions down. A lot of people started doing drugs. And this is when America's downward spiral really started to happen. Really in the 60s, and it's well known. And now these people that have grown up in the 60s have had kids, and now, you know, these kids are being indoctrinated into witchcraft, much like their parents, but now they're being indoctrinated in a much heavy-dutier way. Because again, Satan's always going to take you down. He's always going to want to take you further and further and further. And he's going to want to defile your kids at a younger and younger age. Because the younger he gets them, the more defiled they become as they grow up. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Well, that's what Satan's trying to do with our kids. He's trying to destroy them from their very, very foundation so that when they grow up, they have no chance. Now, I'm not saying God cannot intervene and God cannot save, but there's a less likelihood that person's going to get saved if all he's ever known is wickedness. And that's what's going on now. With most of the kids, that's all they're getting is wickedness. The public school systems are no different, and we're going to look at that in a second here. According to Dr. Lisa Eichholz's testimony at the Gwinnett County School Board hearing, Harry Potter books are being used as text for school. They're using Harry Potter in schools as like a textbook. Oh no, that can't be true. Oh, it's not? Well, let's read a little further. The Gwinnett County case was not about the books being removed from the libraries in the schools, but about them being used in classroom and their promotion of witchcraft. See, it's not about them being on a library shelf and some kid having free will to go there and take the book off and read it. No, they're being shoved down these kids' throat because it's in the classroom being used as a textbook. And did you know Scholastic Inc. is the publisher of Harry Potter? Oh yeah, Scholastic Inc., as well as the publisher of public school textbooks. I remember when I was a kid, Scholastic Inc. They've published textbooks for years for schools. Well, they publish Harry Potter. Doesn't that show you that the governmental, educational, institutional system, how corrupt it actually is? That they would actually promote. You don't think they're going to put anything there that has anything to do with the Bible? Oh no, that, you know, even though, you know, we don't want to do that. We want to promote something politically correct, like witchcraft. But the Bible's not politically correct. And did you know that Scholastic Inc. Okay, we already said that. There is an anti-Christian worldview agenda today in our schools and government, and Harry Potter clearly undermines a biblical worldview, replacing it with a pagan worldview. To put it simply, that's not fair, and it's time to say so. More than 3,000 protests and challenges have been filed against Harry Potter by concerned parents across the U.S., as reported by the American Library Association. So not everybody's so wild about Harry, and I thank God for that. I thank God for people, you know, doing this. Though Harry is a hero to many in this generation, actor Daniel Radcliffe, who has become the face of Harry Potter in the movies. Now, this is the kid that plays Harry Potter in the movies. His name's Daniel Radcliffe. He's Harry Potter. What else is he doing outside of being Harry Potter? Well, he's recently done a nude film called Equus. Did you know Harry Potter's done a nude film called Equus? The guy that plays Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe? Now, Equus, what does that imply? Something about horses? Equus? Yeah, it does. Listen to this. He's portrayed in this movie Equus as Alan Strang, a young stable hand who not only has a pathological sexual fascination with horses, but a cruelty beyond explanation in his mutilation of the horses by blinding 6 of them with spikes. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. This is the kid that plays Harry Potter that all these kids look up to and view as a hero, and don't think that's not going to carry over to them following what he's doing in other acting parts. He's playing in this show called Equus, where I don't know if he's fully nude. He's done a nude film, it said Equus. And this kid in this film has a pathological sexual fascination with horses. Well, that sounds nice. You know, that's another thing in the Bible, that if the Bible said if any man or woman ever laid with a beast, I believe they were to be burned or killed at bare minimum. Okay, now this is Old Testament. I'm not saying we go lynch them and do this today, but I'm saying it was that high of an abomination in God's sight that he would have you do. And see, this is the problem. You get involved in witchcraft, there's always going to be more debauchery involved. There's always going to be things that